Fiend, where am I? Where are we? It's been so long. Fiend, where am I?
Yeah, it has been a while, eh? I'm sorry.
I'm scared. What is this? Anime? What's anime? Is that Japanimation? I don't understand.
We haven't recorded a podcast in so long, you've forgotten the concept of anime. It's so tragic.
No.
Anyway, hi, it's Anime Slushy.
Hey. Hi, welcome to the Anime Slushy. We're alive. We're still alive.
Yeah, sorry. It's been like almost 3 months since we did a podcast.
Oh, god damn it. Really? Ugh.
Yeah.
We've both been going through some stuff.
Yeah, we've both had stuff we're doing that's tough. Yeah, because I was looking at the website the other day and it has like a little stat for like performance on your last video, and then the last one was the El Malloy one. It's like, this is how your video compares in its first 87 days being online compared to the other ones. I was like, fuck.
Oop.
Sorry.
Yeah. But here's the thing. So shortly, I'll be taking a short break from my comic, or I'll be putting up like filler material and stuff. But I'm going to be taking a couple weeks to have like mental health break and stuff. And I want to watch all the fucking anime during that break. I want to watch so much goddamn anime.
The other thing is that a new season has just started. So there's quite a bit of stuff that maybe looks interesting. Yeah,
unlike the last few seasons, it seems like there might actually be some stuff worth watching.
Yeah, it's not just all isekai. Also, we are still working on... I'm still watching Rayoth. I've watched the OVAs, I've read the manga, and I'm making my way through the anime. Cube is also still watching Flip Flappers, so we are going to do those episodes. They're happening.
I actually need to figure out if I want to split the Flip Flappers up into a few different episodes, because there's a lot that happens, and it might be good to not always do everything as a 3-hour podcast.
It's hard because we like 3-hour podcasts.
This is very true.
There's people in the audience who also like 3-hour podcasts, but like Cube has put me onto a podcast called Knowledge Fight, which is about Alex Jones.
Respect for knowledge.
And they have these episodes where they analyse some of the depositions that people at InfoWars and Alex have been in. And recently they had to cut off an episode at like 4 hours because they still had another 3 hours to go.
Hell yeah. That's my kind of podcast. But it's a bit intimidating to prepare for a podcast knowing like I need to be ready to do this for 3 hours and edit the entire thing and stuff.
Yeah. One other thing I should say, obviously, I'm working on my voice right now, so I apologise if this sounds weird. It'll get better as I go, I'm sure. But yeah.
Yeah, and I say, if you think it sounds weird, I'll cut you.
Me? Or like what, people in the
If I talk a bit louder, it's because I've been VTubing as a cat girl, and it's apparently I now that when I'm in front of a camera, I end up talking louder. I mean lighter. I mean higher.
Yeah, you might slip into Melanie voice at some point.
But anyways, the most important thing, all of that shit, fuck it, doesn't matter. The most important thing is that Demon Girl Next Door is back.
Yeah. Now, and here's the thing. If we do Rayoth, that's going to be a long episode. If we do Flip Flappers, there's going to be long episodes. We decided we're going to cover Demon Girl Next Door episode by episode because it will be short. And it's fun.
Yeah.
And it's a nice show.
Something that just has a little nice taste, a little...
Yeah.
A little smack.
Yeah, because this is what we've sort of realised we need is something nice.
And also we haven't had something to cover from week to week because Ruby Volume 9, it's been months. They still haven't said anything about it coming out or whatnot. It's mysteries.
Yeah, it's really weird because the last time they did anything official for it was at the last RTX. And it looks like they're going to wait until the next RTX to say anything about where the fuck it is. It's
not normal.
It's really
not
weird.
Normal.
It's a bit weird. Yeah. Anyway.
But fuck that.
Yeah.
The Demon Girls, these two girls, and they are in love.
Man, I was thinking about this, like, because I think when we did the first Demon Girl episode, I wasn't out yet. And that was one of those things that made me realize, that helped me realize I was trans, was like, forever I had always been more interested in stories about two women in love. And I was like, well, why? Why is that? Why do I like Demon Girl Next Door so much? Why do I like All Bloom into You? Why do I find these so interesting? It's like,
I'm good.
Yeah. I thought I was a dude that liked women. I was like, no, I'm a woman that likes women. That explains it.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
Whereas I just think they're fucking cute.
They're so fucking cute. It was so nice seeing them again, and the show looks nice, and The gags are good, and oh man,
I'm relieved. The show still looks. There's like a few rough panels and stuff.
Yeah.
But like overall, it's no magi reco. It looks more or less like the first season. The colors and stuff are still great. I hope that maintains because we've been getting a lot of anime. It's not looking so done lately.
I mean, to be fair, we've been watching a bit too much Shaft. I think that might be why.
But Cloverworks also.
Yeah, but they're fuckers, so They decided to make Egg, so they're fuckers in my book now.
Oh no. But
yeah.
There's been issues with a lot of studios, but whoever's in charge of this, hopefully they've been budgeting correctly, and we're going to get a finished ass looking show.
Yeah.
It's not that, obviously it's also not that visually complicated, which probably helps.
I love when they have close-ups of Shamisen in her statue talking, because it's just a still frame.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, every moment you can have of that is saving you so much money.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I should talk about. I've read the manga up until almost up to where they're up to now. I don't know how far Cube's read into it.
I haven't read as much as Fiend, but I have read like all of what this season will probably cover.
Yeah. So that's the thing. We're kind of aware of what this season is probably going to be, like the arc it's going to cover, and it's good shit. Based on what happens in the manga going forward, the story does get a bit deeper and more complicated, and we do learn more about all the characters, and they sort of get developed further, and there's some good shit in there. There's some real good shit in there.
Yeah, I'm excited. And it's like I did forget most of the details of exactly what happened because it was a little while ago. I think it was right after the first season finished that I caught up. It'll be interesting to be like, oh yeah, that's what happened. Oh yeah.
I was a bit down on the manga for a little while because there is a patch where they start introducing a whole bunch of new characters.
I don't care about the Fox Girl.
They're kind of important. Like they do extend the story to some extent, but if you were reading it like month to month, it was a bit frustrating because most of what you want Shami and Momo. Like you want those two because they're the core of the show and their relationship is very cute and like that's what you want to see. And we kept being distracted by this other stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to feel like, do you not have a plan going forward where you just like, oh no, I really thought I was going to be done after that other core ending.
Well, I think where it's up to now, you can see there is a plan.
Yeah.
Which is good. I guess they were kind of like, she just wanted to do some other stories in the world, and that makes sense.
Or she just needs some time to like work out exactly how she wanted to handle all the Sakura stuff or whatnot, which would be understandable.
Yeah, also understandable. The other thing I found was that when I reread it, once they'd gotten past that patch, I didn't find that section of the manga so frustrating. Once I could get through it a lot quicker.
Yeah, I went through reassured.
Yeah. The manga is definitely worth reading if you can. It's at a point now. It's at like a big turning point. Something really big has happened. We learn a lot about Momo and what happened back in the day, and it's oh man, I want Cube to read it so we can talk about it.
Oh God, I got it.
It's oh man, Momo. She suffer.
Maybe after the season ends, we can do a like super spoilers. We both caught up with the manga. We're going to talk about it now.
I would like that.
Because who knows if there's going to be a season 3.
Yeah. And the other thing is like the manga is currently being pretty heavily delayed because the author is going through some reasonably serious health problems.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, she's lived with chronic health issues all her life, which is part of where Shamiko stuff in the show comes from.
Yeah.
Which is part of like how it sort of feels lived in, I think.
Yeah.
The same with the way all the stuff about, Shamiko's family living in relative poverty also feels very lived in a lot of the time.
Yeah.
It's one of those things about this show. Like this, we said this last time, but like this is such a silly premise that has a surprising amount of depth and nuance to it, and it's really strange.
It's the true magic of anime.
Yeah. Anyway, so
it starts out with Shamiko in her dumb outfit, but it's the only time she really wears it this episode. I was like, hey, dumb outfit, how you doing?
Yeah, the one bad thing about the show. That's like a silly setup thing because that's not actually what she's wearing. She's wearing her gym clothes.
And it comes to her in her big oversized gym clothes, which are always cute.
This is starting right where the last episode of the season 1 left off, which is Shamiko wrote Momo a challenge letter to fight her because she wants her to become her vassal as soon as possible because she's gay. But like, there's a whole thing where her teacher thinks it sounds too violent and doesn't want her trying to pick fights, so she helps her rewrite it. And it ends up just sounding like Shamiko asking Momo out on a date, but of course Shamiko doesn't realize this, and then Momo reads it and thinks she's kind of going on a date, so she dresses up nice.
Yeah.
In some of Mikan's out clothes, which is why she's dressed orange, which she normally wouldn't be.
No, it wasn't. Remember? Or I didn't remember if this was the case in the manga with the reveal about the outfit she's wearing.
Well, she modeled her outfit off one of Mikan's outfits. in the manga.
Yeah, it's like based off it.
Yeah. But it's not her normal colors.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the silly thing in the opening is there's a misunderstanding about what this date is.
It's a date. Oops. Opening. I like their cute little magician outfits in the opening. It's not as, I don't think it's quite as good as the first opening, but I like the cute magician outfits.
I did really like this OP. I don't know. It's cute.
Yeah.
There's cute stuff happening.
I don't know, the first one I guess was just like, so it had like all that traditional romantic framing and stuff, so I liked it so much.
Yeah.
But this one's also cute, and Momo and Shamiko are singing it, which is cute.
Yeah. If you know what you're looking at, there's a lot of spoilers for what's coming up this season. So
Yeah. So here's one nitpick I have for this season so far.
Yeah.
Everybody always has the 2 under boob shadows. It's like everyone's got the sweatiest fucking boobs all the time. It's just really congealing under there.
I hadn't noticed that, to be honest.
Oh my god, don't make me the weird one. I see everyone looking at their podcast player and they're like, Cube's always just looking at the boobs. Cube's more like boobs. They do the big under boob shadow for every character all the time, and it's unnecessary.
I mean, I wouldn't disagree. That is unnecessary. I'm
so upset that that's not something you happen to notice, and now I look like I'm always caring only about the boobs, and I'm like, these boobs are weird, and everyone's just gonna be like, Cube, you're the weird one.
Cube, I think everyone is aware that you have a finely honed sensitivity to anime bullshit, so I think it's fine. You're just very aware of anime bullshit.
Woof, woof, woof. But yeah, it was one thing where I was like, come on, not everyone has to have this all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think if there's one thing I had to pick on with this show, boobs are a problem.
Boobs are a thing in general.
Yeah, like, you know, Shamiko's boobs get a lot of attention in her stupid outfit and so on and so forth. So, I don't know.
But not much of that this episode, so ha ha ha.
Yeah.
So the teacher confiscates the statue that Lilith, or Shamisen, her little ancestor statue, because she's trying to tell her to do 2 evil things, and the teacher's like, I'm just gonna take this.
And
Shamiko ends up forgetting her.
Yeah, leaves her at school for the summer.
But that also means that the teacher knows about Shamisen and can just like talk to her, and it's like, when did that happen? I guess everyone's just in on it now because it's funnier.
Yeah, that's sort of been the way it has been for ages. Like, and what's funny is that going forward there is like a canonical reason why everyone is kind of used to the weird shit in this town.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it is sort of funny that the teacher's like, yeah, the teacher can hear Lilith.
Yeah, you just kind of assume no one else can, but then the teacher's like, hey, what are you talking about?
Yeah, she's a bad role model. I'm taking her away for a while. We're going to have a talk.
Momo thinks that it's a play date, and it cuts to her at her house, and Mikan is still there. I gotta say, I enjoyed Mikan more this episode than I did most of season 1. I feel like they gave her, like a nice balance of stuff to do to make her justify her space as a character.
Yeah. I think going forward she develops a bit more. Yeah, she does sort of become more of her own person and not just her one quirk, which is the whole makes bad luck fall on people thing.
Yeah.
Like they don't constantly lean on that anymore. So yeah.
Yeah. and she has that kind of like Slido Joe-sama air to her and stuff, and it's kind of cute.
Yeah. I can't remember if they actually covered her backstory in season 1 because it does come up in the manga. Did they cover that in season 1?
I think they like alluded to it. I think because next episode we're really going to get into it.
Yeah. Because it really gets played on going forward, but we actually have a flashback and we see baby her and we also see baby Momo, who's fucking adorable.
Little baby Momo.
Yeah. Anyway.
When she was trying on the different outfits, I like that she's talking about it like she uses the word for like a play date kind of thing, and Mikan's like, it's a date, right? Mikan knows what's up, is what I'm saying.
Well, it's sort of funny because it's this thing of Shamiko's not necessarily thinking of it like a date, but she's also thinking like, yeah, I want to make her my vassal, so like
more or less,
it's still gay in that way. But then like Momo doesn't think it's a date, whereas Mikan is the only one who can see what's clearly going on.
Yeah, Momo's like, no, I'm just going out with this girl that I'm very close with, for a normal thing. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a date.
And they go through Momo's wardrobe, which is.
Which I think is fine. And you need to stop judging her, Mikan.
It's a thing that comes up later in the manga as well, that like she's not very fashion aware. She wears very comfortable things or merch.
They say that, but like the outfit that she shows up to at the apartment later, fucking cute.
Yeah, she's cute in a very comfy way.
Yeah.
It's also nice when she wears nice things. Like there's a bit later on in the manga where the two of them go on a date to a fancy steak place. And she gets all dressed up, and it's very cute.
Yeah, and this outfit's super cute.
Yeah.
Her fancy little thing and her fancy little her little ponytail is cute.
Yeah.
And I was so excited seeing Shamiko's tail again. The the way that it's just always wrapping around Momo. It's so stupid and long and expressive.
Yeah,
It pleases me.
I have a lot of fun with that tale.
Yeah, I'd forgotten.
So yeah, Momo, she thinks that Shamiko didn't have a plan for the date because she was expecting them to fight. So Momo's like, oh, okay, I'll take you around town and show you some places I like. And so the first one is just a park where you can find lots of cats.
Oh my god, they're so good. And one of them just jumps up right into her arms and starts like falling asleep, and it looks so fucking cute. And I'm like, this is good shit.
It's the thing because like anime aren't always good at cats.
No. You'd think they should be.
You would think so.
They have a better track record than dogs.
That's true, yeah. But it's strange. But yeah, no, these good cats.
Yeah, they're super cute, super nya. And yeah, just the idea that she just has this regular place and the cats know her there and she just likes to go there and hold cats. She's a good kid.
In the manga, this whole bit was gone through in like, one panel per location, whereas they get a few extra jokes in here. She takes her to a gachapon machine that gives you the Miss Tama Sakura figurines, which is the mascot of the city that Momo's obsessed with for some reason.
Yeah.
But she get the ones the ones she gets.
It's very realistic.
It's a model of Miss Tama Sakura embedded in meat.
Yeah. That's such a gacha toy kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like cats in food, dogs that are food, pieces of trash. I love gacha toys.
Obviously, over here, gacha means something. It's more connected to the games, but the games are called that because of the ball machines, right? Like that's where the name comes from.
Yeah. It could go gacha and then it go pong.
Yeah. And like you do see, I mean, here, like in some places they have gachapon machines, but they don't have the ones that have the really weird shit in them. Like what was that one you got in Japan? It was like a bird that was also a banana.
There's nothing weird about banana keat. There is only pure, beautiful art with banana keat. Yeah, it's banana inko. They're so fucking cute. And then I got one that wasn't quite as cute because it's corn parakeets, and you could tell that they were trying to copy the banana keats, but they're not quite as well designed. But I still got one.
I think objectively you can say that corn is less cute foodstuff than bananas.
Bananas are very cute. Eat your banana.
Anyway.
But yeah, Gacha's great.
Anyway, eventually Momo and Shemiko realize what's happened. And Momo gets very sad because she thought it was a date. And she doesn't know why she bothered dressing up. There's a nice gag where she's just sitting there looking very depressed. And Shemiko's like, oh no, she fell to darkness in the wrong way.
And she has to wrap her tail around her to be like, don't go, Momo. And then Momo reveals that her outfit was actually created by the Fresh Peach morphing stick, which is obviously a reference to Sailor Moon, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, of course it is.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they talk about the stick in the manga. It's just like a real quick, she transforms, it's fine.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I didn't remember that.
Yeah, no, she transforms. She definitely transforms back to her casual clothes, which is cute. Hoodie and a t-shirt with a cat note.
Yeah, still cute.
Yeah, but they make a point of showing off the Heartful Peach morphing stick.
They've completely changed the canon. I can't accept this.
I'll tell you something else from the show I missed. Was the sound effects that are just a person saying the sound effect.
Yeah. I'd forgotten about that aspect.
It's so good. Oh, you know what else it happens in this episode? It's the bit. It has that bit, which I think we talked about in the old one that became part of the promo for our episode of DG&D for season 1.
Yeah.
The bit where, Shamiko feels bad, so she spends the remainder of her money on some hair clips and gives Momo some hair clips and puts them in her hair for her. And of course, Momo, later on, she touched the hair clips and she blushed.
Yeah, I feel like it was a little less romantically framed in the anime. That's my only beef with this episode because it cuts to that silly Shami face, and I feel like I remember in the manga it being more romantically framed.
A little more, yeah.
It's very romantic.
I think in Shamiko's head it was that thing of I'm making you fall to darkness, whereas here it's like she's acting like she's doing something villainous, and there's a very goofy face.
But even the way that she says I'm gonna make you fall to darkness, it feels romantic to me.
Yeah, of course it does because she's saying let's get demon married. That's what it means.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you demon married.
Yeah. Dork. Anyway.
They're gay.
But yeah, that's the end of that little... It's still doing that thing where the episodes are kind of split into 2 or 3 stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the end of the first one.
Yeah, it ends on the where you find out that Shamisen was left at the school because it's summer break. So it's like, oh, you're gonna have to go get her back. It's gonna be embarrassing. Hang in there, Shamiko.
Yeah. The next thing starts with Mikan turning up at Shamiko's apartment complex because she's moving in there. Initially, she thought she had the wrong address because she just thinks it's abandoned ruins, and it does look abandoned.
It's very worn down.
Yeah. I did like when when she says, like, I thought it was abandoned, and then she looks at her home, and there's just like a really horror-ish sort of drawing of the home with like this voice going, Vanda Terrace.
Yeah.
I like how silly this show is in a way that isn't just like completely stupid, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It feels like it's having fun.
Yeah, it does. But it's like, the way, like, years ago I tried to get into Excel Saga, and the whole thing just felt dumb all the time, and it eventually kind of frustrated me. Whereas this one, like, it's obviously, I think it has good characters, but like, it knows the right places to be dumb and the right amount to be dumb, I guess.
Yeah, I remember Excel Saga. Like, I liked it because I was a very young person and it was an anime, but I remember it being very lulls to randoms.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was just nonsense all the time. Whereas, like, this is like moments of nonsense.
Yeah. It's a good balance. And honestly, even with how ridiculously shitty her apartment is, she says that she's paying 120 rent for it, so it's 120 yen for rent, so it's basically free.
Yeah. Well, see, this is the thing. We learn here that this apartment complex is set up for people that they can rent it cheaply if they're from or connected to the Light and Dark clans.
Yeah, it's a special apartment complex.
Yeah, Mikan's connected to the Light clan. Yeah, so it's something that Sakura set up back in the day. So yeah. It's one of those little things.
But we don't know like how she was involved in that, but it just seems like something that she was up to. Oh, and just as a reminder, I don't remember if we talked about this, but Sakura is Momo's older sister, who is a very powerful magical girl who's missing.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be very important this season.
Yeah. That's the one she's looking for.
She's in the fucking OP, and it's like, whoa, look at her.
There's a cute moment where Mikan's asking Shamiko if she wants some of her clothes because she's got to cut down on the stuff that she had.
Yeah,
there's a shot of Shamiko with her tail wagging. That's very cute. Anyway.
But then it's cute because like she doesn't want it because it's like very expose your shoulders, but then when you see Shamisen, she's wearing them because I guess like they must have dropped near her, and now she's wearing them in their little ancestor space.
Yeah, because they were offerings.
Like,
so Mikan's moving out. She was living with Momo, but she's moving out because she kind of wants a little bit of space to herself to think. And also because apparently living with Momo's a bit, their schedules are different. Like she comments on how Momo always wakes her up by doing a weird training, and we see her like lifting bricks while squatting and balancing things of water on her head and her arms and stuff.
She's very strong. But yeah, so she's moving in, and like they start talking about all of Shamiko's goals that she needs help with, and you realize she's got a lot going on. She's got to figure out what's going on with Sakura. She's got to figure out what's up with her dad being a box. she's got a lot to figure out and take care of.
Yeah, and then now she wants to help Mikan as well with her curse.
Yeah,
because that's
so Shamisen.
Yeah, it pops up here because Mikan like thumps the wall to say like she's happy to be here, and then the wallpaper comes down and the place is covered with like creepy talismans.
Yeah, because of course the apartments are so cheap. Shamiko's mom next door can hear everything they're saying, and you can hear them yelling about like, I'm pretty sure this was cursed before I got here. But Shamisen and sister knows that they should prioritize looking for Sakura because that would probably help answer a lot of different questions. She's very powerful and mysterious, and they're so grateful to her for like having a good idea that they just like give her little offerings, and it's very cute.
Well, it's funny because she also like she does that thing she does where she has the evil thought, but it gets it out loud. But this time the idea is so good that they don't mind, and they just give her offerings, and she's like, "Well, this is strange. People being nice to me."
Yeah, because she's like, that Sakura person sounds like she'd be nicer than Momo, blah, 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 ha, ha, ha. And they're just like, okay, but that's like actually a good idea, though. Thank you.
And she feels really strange that people are being nice to her.
Yeah.
This becomes a thing. I think this season we're going to learn a bit more about Shamisen. And she's not like, she's not as straight up evil as she seems.
Oh, I don't think anyone has that impression.
No, I know. But it's like with a lot of the characters, you learn just quite how fucked up part of their situation is, I guess.
God, I don't remember this much about Shamisen.
One thing I did find interesting here was that, like, Mikan and Shamiko discuss, like, how they're going to approach their goals and that they want to help each other and it'll be fun living next door to each other and stuff. And then Momo turns up. And the thing is that Mikan didn't say anything to Momo before she moved out. And now she's here and seen Shamiko and Mikan having all this fun together and she feels a bit left out.
So Momo is jealous and Shamisen calls her out for being jealous and Momo gets to throw her for the first time this season. And I do like that she just like very lightly tosses her out the window.
Yeah.
Like a bug.
Because like Shamisen just being mean. And then she gets thrown and is like, fair enough.
Yeah. Then the next scene is Momo is shopping because she feels bad that she barged in last time and part of last season. And so she wants to give like a kind of welcoming hello gift to Shami Mama.
Yeah.
And so she's at the shopping market, and I don't remember the name of that character, but it's Shamiko's like normie friend.
Yeah. It was the one that Shamiko worked with for a day at the meat stand.
Yeah. And she's like, don't you want to give her meat? And she's like, I don't know. And she's like, but that'd help her build muscles if she got the meat. And then Momo's like, shit, I gotta get her to meat.
It's kind of cute because Shamiko's mum said something about like, you could get us a rice coupon if you really wanted to get us something.
Yeah.
And she's like, she was going to get a rice coupon, but then when when Shamiko's friend says you to make Shamiko grow big muscles, Momo's immediately like, ooh, okay, I'll buy some meat.
Muscle.
She's also trying to avoid anything that comes in a box because Shamiko's dad's in a box.
Yeah, I like the idea that she doesn't know if that would be insensitive.
Shamiko keeps telling you don't need to worry about that.
Don't want to offend.
Crucially, the other thing is Momo has decided to move into this apartment complex for the summer too.
Yeah.
So they're going to be living on either side of Shamiko.
Just for convenience.
Yeah, just for convenience of not having to have them change location all the time.
Yeah.
Mikan shows up at the house and she's brought a bunch of stuff from her family's company. They have like a citrus processing plant, so they make a bunch of like processed foods.
Yeah.
But one of the other things she has is she mentions they sell other stuff, and one of them is this doll of the company's mascot that was based on something Mikan drew when she was a kid, and it's just kind of creepy looking. It's just this weird.
I like it. I like that. Like it legit looks like something a kid might have drawn.
It does, yeah, but like it's got like the
That's
weird
good.
wonky eyes and the strange sort of shape.
No, I love him. He's adorable. He's my friend.
I know we're jumping around a bit, but Momo's outfit when she's at the shops is extremely cute. She got the little vest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got cute outfits. It's got that little like cute pink like pixel pattern at the bottom of the shirt. It's cute.
Now, also, this next scene has my favorite joke in the whole episode, which again is just a stupid joke. But Shamiko's family are poor; they don't often eat meat because they can't afford it. So then Momo turns up with all this meat. There's all this like just like red beef, and there's just this gag where they just keep cutting to a shot of the beef, and this voice goes "Wah!" And they just keep doing it.
I like that the last time it's very much almost like you didn't think we were going to do it again, did you?
Yeah, because it starts to become less and less relevant to the scene.
Yeah. It's like a jump scare.
Yeah, but like and obviously Shamiko's mum is so happy, and she calls the family in just to look at it, just look at the beef. Everyone come look at the beef.
So red.
And Shamiko's sister's taking photos of it.
Oh yeah, everybody take a photos.
Yeah, she's cute. And mum is like, no, I brought it so we could eat it.
So they're gonna make sukiyaki in this
They're gonna have a nice meal together.
Yeah, it's very sweet. And it turns out that Momo doesn't want Mikan to be involved in the prep because apparently Mikan wants to make everything citrusy because of her family. So she just wants to just add it to everything.
Yeah, she just likes citrus. So
Her brand is strong.
yeah. Also, Momo still can't cook. She cracks some eggs and it turns into purple goop with a thing growing out of it.
This is getting ridiculous.
That is silly. And then when they're trying to plate the food, Momo transforms into a magical girl form because she's so worried about not doing it properly. And then like the mushroom starts to glow like it's going to do a henshin. Silly gag.
But yeah, it's just really cute to cut to her all transformed and just desperately trying to plate this mushroom very well. And then when they're cooking it has that person saying a sound effect of gut 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 gut.
Yeah. Then there's the bit where Shamiko eats the beef for cooked in this way for the first time. It's such a weird. She freezes and turns white, and then it cuts to like all these old arthropods.
Yeah.
Dead arthropods with little halos floating in the background, and then a bunch of cow people dancing, throwing Shamiko in the air. And it's very strange.
Yeah, I was like, were they just trying? I guess it's like just a bait and switch. Like maybe it tastes really bad. Just kidding, it tastes like heaven.
Yeah. She's just never had it before.
Yeah, love it. And they're having a cute little like romantic talk out on the balcony, and toasting together. And it's like, yeah, you're cute.
Well, and Shamiko's still playing at that thing of like, I'm out. It's a bit awkward being out here with my rival who I have to kill. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, at first I was like, you still bothering with that?
Yeah, I keep it up.
Just for fun. They like to roleplay.
And there is a thing they touch on here where they sort of race over it a bit, but part of what Shamiko is saying to Mikan is that she should tell Momo how she feels and not try to avoid the topics. And then Mikan comes out and she's found out that Momo was telling everyone not to let her touch the food because she'll put citrus in things.
Yeah.
And now Mikan's saying, you need, you should tell me when you're bothered. So she's like, there's a whole thing of like, they're trying to communicate, I guess.
Oh yeah, because Shamiko also she tells Momo like you shouldn't. You can rely on other people. You don't have to try to like do everything perfectly yourself.
Yeah. Which is a big part of Momo's growth is trying to sort of rely on others.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Mikan comes out with some braised beef that had been with a bit of lemon juice, and it's quite nice.
Yeah,
and she's saying, just because I, it's not that I want to put lemon in everything, and then she put some lemon in Momo's peach juice.
Yeah, that's not acceptable, Mikan.
Yeah, it's cute.
I like then Shamisen is like telepathically communicating with them to be like the onions are done, and they're like, please don't use telepathy for this.
And she's just telling them because she wants them to come inside and give her an offering of onions.
Yeah, cute. And then it, like near the end it cuts to her and the mom drinking together, and she's like, these kids, they have to deal with some interesting things nowadays, and the mom's just like, this is good alcohol.
Yeah, that's the end.
This tastes good.
It's cute. But yeah, this is a cute show. I'm happy it's back.
Yeah,
it's still good.
The ending's pretty cute. It's cute.
Yeah. It is. It's cute, and it's as much as I really do like the manga. I remember how the anime does add things on top. Like it does add nice gags. There are things you can't do in the manga that they do in the anime, and it's like it is just such a good adaptation.
The colors are good.
Yeah,
the colors are important.
The gags are good. Momo's voice acting is still like perfect.
Shamiko.
Yeah, it's funny because I did check out a bit of the dub. Because there's an English dub you can listen to, and the woman doing Momo's voice is okay, but it's not. It just doesn't have that same gentle deadpan that her Japanese voice actor does so well.
Yeah, it's hard when the first voice is just like so perfect feeling.
Yeah. In future episodes, we are gonna meet some of these new characters, in particular the Fox Girl and the Taipan.
Oh yeah, the Teeper guy.
Yeah, Teeper. That's it. Yeah, Teeper.
I don't care about the Fox Girl.
Yeah, she's probably the character.
She exists.
She's the character I find most frustrating in the show, I think. Like,
I don't remember anything about her except being like, oh, are we just adding more like wife girls now? Or are we just like trying? But I don't need to expand in this way. I want to go back to Shamiko and Momo.
I mean, maybe I'm being naive. I never thought of her as a wife.
I don't know. I guess it's just because she's a fox girl that it just felt like, what would probably be popular? This is a fox girl. Yeah. Everybody loves fox girl.
Yeah, true.
And besides, like, I didn't understand what her, like, purpose in the story was. So it just felt like they were adding more, like, here's a character you might like and buy merch of. I don't know.
She does kind of have a purpose. It becomes a bit more clear. Part of her and the other guy are, like, demonstrating what other demons look like. Because they're both demons, is the thing.
Yeah.
They're both Dark Clan people. That becomes part of it, is that like we start to meet other demons who live in the city, and that becomes an important part of the story, acknowledging that they're out there, like they exist here.
Yeah. So yeah, we got them. We got Sakura to look forward to. Mm-hmm. We got the various things that are going to get pretty emotional by the end.
Yeah. The characters are going to start deepening a bit, and it's going to be interesting. There's interesting lore.
I'm going to cry for these dumb cartoon babies.
This show has interesting lore. It doesn't seem like it should, but it does.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's the show in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to have it back.
Now, the other thing we were going to talk about was we are going to do a taster for this season because there's enough decent stuff that we're kind of interested in.
Yeah. Oh, first of all, in terms of things this season, so Magi Reco we have to talk about because they released all 4 episodes of the final semi-core thing at once. I've downloaded them. I've like scrubbed through a little and seen that they all look like shit. I can't wait. It's excellent. So we're going to be covering that as an episode, probably like before we do Flip Flappers and Ray Earth, just because it's just those 4 episodes.
Yeah. I've downloaded them too. I'll look at them.
You don't have to. We can do it either way. But I understand you probably want to if we're going to podcast about them.
Yeah, I probably should, even though it'll just make me mad.
Bean still feels sad because she thought for a bit that it might be good show.
Yeah.
Just like for a beautiful moment.
I had a really long drive a couple of weekends ago, and in preparation I was listening to our old Magi Reco season 2 episodes, and I forgot how I was genuinely hopeful for the show for like episodes 2 and 3, and then, man, I got angry so fast.
Never experience hope, fool.
Fucking anime. So yeah, there's that. There's also the Black Rock Shooter anime, which that hasn't worked out from the little I've seen.
So it turns out, obviously every Black Rock Shooter adaptation property is a completely different thing. This one seems to be leaning more towards what the PSP game was going for, which is like this kind of post-apocalyptic, super military, lots of guns, Black Rock Shooter running around with mechanized weapons and motorcycles. But apparently it's all 3D and it's super fucking edgelord in a way that's I bet I'm gonna watch the whole thing, but it's not gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it.
No.
People in the Discord were posting screenshots from the opening episode, and one of the early scenes is some warlord who has a bunch of sex slaves and he boned them almost to death, and you see lots of ahigaho faces and stuff, and I'm like, I'm just not for me. I don't want to watch this.
Especially like there's anytime you see like a naked anime man in 3D, it's inherently funny.
It really is.
So it's just like, oh no, it's so dark and edgy. Here's this goofy ass looking 3D anime man.
It was just funny because they can look good. Just to sidebar onto Ruby for a second, that was a meme that I saw pop up a bit that I kind of enjoyed, which was this 3D porn looks better than Ruby. And there's so many examples of like screenshots and little gifs of like nothing explicit, but just like, wow, this 3D fan porn really does look a lot better than Ruby.
Look, because it's nothing surprising. Porn has often been the industry leader in various kinds of animation technology. I mean, when you think about deepfakes,
it's true. There's lots of money.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'll handle that one.
Thank you.
Oh, what's also funny about it is it's on Disney Plus in Japan. For some reason, that's what's running this fucking edgelord rape dungeon anime is Disney Plus.
What the fuck?
I don't understand. I don't know.
It's for the kids.
LOL.
For the kids. Here you go, kids.
Look, it's animation. It's for babies.
I'm just imagining the Buena Vista opening with like the When You Wish Upon the Star playing, and then it just cuts to the hard fucking in the 3D. When you wish upon a star.
This isn't your daddy's Black Rock Shooter. But yeah, that's gonna be dumb.
In terms of other things, there's the Spy X Family anime that's coming out.
Yes.
Which does look cool.
I have heard good things about this. Like, even before it was getting the anime adaptation, people were talking about it being one of the only, like, I guess it's in Shonen Jump or whatever, but it's just in general shonen properties that they were, like, actually still enjoying.
Yeah. It's got an interesting premise. There's a man who's a spy. He has to get a family for cover purposes. So he hooks up with this woman and this kid, except the woman is an assassin. He doesn't know that, and she doesn't know that he's a spy.
Oh, I didn't know it was that kind of situation.
Yeah. And their kid is psychic. And none of them know that either. So the kid knows the entire situation and what's going on, but the kid also just really likes having parents. So the kid is working really hard to keep the whole thing together. So,
shenanigans.
Yeah, it's shenanigans. Yeah, it's got a cute premise. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking that out.
Yeah, and I've heard it's very cute and sweet. Yeah. So yeah, hell yeah.
There's an isekai I was kind of interested in because I saw some interesting things about it. It's called The Executioner and A Way of Life.
Oh yeah, one of those ones where everyone's like, it's gay, and I'm like, is it?
Yeah, that's the thing. People kept saying it was very gay, and obviously you got to be wary when anime fans say that. Based on a light novel, I bought the first volume of it, and I've started reading it. It is interesting. It's one of those isekai that's like, it's like several isekai deep in terms of like the jokes it's making. It like, what did you call it? Recursive?
Yeah, it's recursively meta. Because, yeah, it's like there's so many isekai now that's like, this isekai is about this kind of isekai parodying, which was already a different kind of isekai parody of this other kind of isekai. Yeah. And it's fascinating to me.
The premise is that it's focused on this character who is an executioner in a fantasy world, and her job is to hunt down people who have been isekai'd into this world from Japan and kill them, because if you let them run free, it always leads to some sort of huge ecological disaster. Like there's four major ones in different parts of the kingdom. There are these places where you just can't live anymore because of something that an outlander did. The opening prologue is her meeting this kid who's just stuck there and can't figure out what to do since he's been isekai'd, and she's pretending to be like a nun who's going to help him out, but then she eventually learns what his power is. which he realizes is quite powerful, and he starts talking about how he's going to be able to, like, you know, really kick people's asses with stuff, and then she stabs him and he dies.
Damn.
Yeah, it does touch on the fact that she doesn't feel good about doing this because it's not really any of these people's fault that this happened to them.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, she meets another person who's been isekai'd, and they're a bit different, and it goes from there. Yeah, and like the opening had a lot of stuff like the kid trying to think of all the things that people normally do in isekais to like become famous or make money. Like he's talking about how, maybe I could get rich by teaching everyone how to make mayonnaise, and the woman's like, we have mayonnaise.
Yeah, see, that's like, okay, so that's going off the kind of like bookworm isekai, which was a few different isekai variations deep.
Yeah, and it's like it's a thing of, she mentions it like, look, we've had a lot of people like you through. We've learned everything that is in Japan at this point. Like we.
Oh, that's funny. Like, I didn't even think about like that being the reason that they already have mayonnaise is because they all try to pull that shit. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I mean, it might get annoying. I don't know. I've read a lot of, like, light novels are a mixed bag.
Mostly bad. But it's nice to give one a chance every once in a while, so if you like it.
Yeah. I'm sure if Sa was here, he would tell us that this is a bad version of some other isekai. That was like,
superior.
Yeah, my father was a donkey and he kicked my PS2 and now we're stuck in a game from 1997 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that did it first and better.
Yeah. But still, you know, I'll give this one a go.
Yeah, who knows? Fucking isekai. There's a lot of them. I might watch, it looks like I see some dumb edgelord thing this season that I gotta check out. Something called Tomodachi Game. And it looks like it so wants to be Squid Game. Like, it has a thing that looks like this cute statue of a kid that's, you know, obviously supposed to be creepy. And it's just like, it just looks like it's one of those. They're in debt and they have to do a dangerous game of some sort.
I was wondering if there was going to be a resurgence in Death Game anime and stuff after the success of Squid Game. But then I was sort of thinking that maybe like Squid Game, I feel like the reason Squid Game succeeded was because it broke out of the people who normally watch it.
Yeah, because obviously all the anime people were like, it's just like a worse version of Danganronpa than this one and this one. Duh.
It was this thing where people were asking me why I hadn't, like, because people, like, you know, the people who watched it, and they were saying, are you going to watch it? I'm like, not really into Death Game stuff. And they're like, what? And I had to explain, yeah, it's a whole thing. I don't like it.
You are not familiar that this is an entire genre.
Did you watch a bunch of Death Game stuff, like Battle Royale, that kind of shit?
I watched Battle Royale. I mean, I've like played the Danganronpa games. I've you know, like delved in the genre. I'm obviously not like a super completionist connoisseur.
Yeah, it's just never been my thing. I don't know. So I haven't watched Squid Game. For ages, I didn't know what it was, and I thought people were talking about Splatoon.
Yes, same every time.
Anyway.
But yeah, so I might watch that dumb thing. You got something else dumb or maybe interesting that you want to watch?
There were a couple of things that were like, I don't know, maybe.
What was that healer girl one that people said might actually be okay?
Yeah, it's the one about a bunch of idols who use magic to heal by singing.
Oh, yeah, I read the description of it where it's like there's 3 forms of magic: Western magic, Eastern magic, singing. And so I don't know, maybe it's like is the magical girl property, or at least like magical girl adjacent, that I should check out this season.
There's apparently the Nanoha guy has made a sports anime, but some of the girls in it are actually magic. So it's really just magic
like
duels.
Magic Soccer?
Yeah, it's like Magic Soccer, yeah. And some of the animation in the OP look nice. Yeah, it's just a funny idea.
It was like how everyone always says that Keijo is better than you would expect because it just like went so extra with all the powers with people playing that. So maybe this is like that, except with less butts.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I want to like Nanoha. I want to like try to get into it, but so many butts.
But
so creepy at times.
But butts. I do still need to watch A's. But yeah, that's the only things I had on my list.
There's a horror thing called Summertime Render.
Oh, I forgot that's horror actually, because you know, like it has a kind of image for it that your eyes slide off of.
Yeah, it looks like a slice of life, but it's actually about like the guy comes back to his hometown because someone drowned, but now it turns out there's monsters or something. I don't know.
I might check it out then.
Yeah.
I tend to watch a lot of horror anime, despite thinking that horror anime generally isn't very good.
Yeah, it's the thing. Yeah, I mean, there's also some really generic sounding stuff like. Shikimori seems like the perfect girlfriend. Cute, fun to be around, sweet when she wants to be, but she has a cool dark side that comes out under the right circumstances. And her boyfriend loves to be around when that happens. Okay. Another fucking step on me anime.
I like the one that's like a skeleton lord in another world or something, and he's got a fucking sans eye.
Everyone's got a Sanzai now.
Hell yeah, everyone's gonna have a motherfucking sans eye.
Okay, this one. I can't remember the name of this one. 16-year-old super studier Nagi, second-year student at the some high school, was switched at birth. On his way to a dinner to meet his birth parents, he accidentally meets the brash, outspoken Erica, who's determined to make Nagi her fake boyfriend as she never wants to actually marry. But once Nagi makes it to the dinner, he finds his parents have decided to resolve the hospital switch by conveniently having him marry the daughter his birth parents raised, who turns out to be none other than Erica. I'm just like, no, this is going to be so stupid.
Is this a problem that needs resolving?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was called like cuckoos, double cuckoos.
How is an arranged marriage a solution to the whatever is the problem? And also, what happens next? Like, I just feel like there's not much legs to this premise.
Well, now they're just all family members.
Yeah, this is weird. Anyway.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking weird. But hey, anime. At least there's, like stuff that looks like it's worth maybe watching for shits and talking about this season. Because the other seasons have been pretty thin.
Yeah.
Anime is healing. Nature is healing.
I mean, I think COVID did affect things to some extent. Like, obviously it's impacted at least one of the shows we've been watching.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, it feels like they're maybe like starting to get into a groove. Some more than others.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, I know that there's a new Precure. It looks so aggressively bland, and I'm sad because obviously, like Tropical Rouge, I was very interested, and I ended up falling off of it, but I was enjoying it. But the new one is just like food party Precure, and they look very generic Precure. And there's already been one where they were both food girls and furries. So why are we doing this?
I mean, and I think the other thing was Rogue did have its own like aesthetic, I guess. Like compared to like the general Precure sort of stuff, and it had like semi-unique setting.
Yeah, it looked like it was going for that like kind of more cartoony Pokemon Sun Moon kind of aesthetic, and it was fun, and it felt very fresh and tropical. But this one is just like, it looks like someone was told to draw Precures, and this was the first thing they thought of.
That's
what you gonna do? They can't all be winners.
I mean, yeah, this one's not gonna have an Ojo Sama mermaid.
No, oh gosh, she's so good. Fucking Mermaid Monday.
Or Kokoro. Kokoro's not gonna just be in this one.
Oops. Yeah, so pass. Unless people say for some reason it's like ridiculously fucking good, and then I'll be like, what? I guess I'll have to look at it.
So yeah, that's the plans.
Hell yeah. We're back, baby. We're back in the saddle.
We're going to keep talking about DG&D. We're going to talk about fucking magi reco. I've been spoiled on how it ends, and I'm very excited for Cube to learn what the ending is.
Yeah, I don't know anything. I just like scrubbed through some of the first episode to see people moving around kind of jankily, and I was like, Apparently there's something very different about the ending compared to the game story, but I don't know what it is yet, so I'm excited.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll see you guys probably next week for more DG&D.
Hell yeah. I hope you guys are all hanging in there, by the way. And yeah. We're here for you now, again, with anime that is bad and sometimes good.
We have returned to bullshit about stupid anime.
I hope you have a nice anime.